Okay, so let's continue our contents on your slide 49. Slide 49. After we understand our depreciable asset 可折旧资产 we have to do depreciation to land improvement, buildings, equipment. When we should do the depreciation at the end of each year. Okay, so right now we want to tell you how we record the situation using journal entry and how to get the amount for each year. Okay, so why we debit depreciation, credit accumulated depreciation. Okay, remember depreciation means what? Let's go back to our slide at the beginning here. Depreciation means when we use 同学手机收起来了 when we use PPE, so that will make what? Your PPE asset decrease, right? Also make your expenses increase. So this is the result we have when we use PPE. PPE's value decrease, expenses increase. Okay, so we want to describe the situation. Our PPE's value decrease, expenses increase. Okay, so your PPE's value decrease and expenses increase. Okay, so this is the result we have. Value decrease, expenses increase, right? So if you remember, expenses increase on debit side or credit side? On debit side, right? Asset decrease on credit side, right? So asset decrease on credit side, right? So that's right. When we want to describe the situation, we will debit expenses, credit PPE, right? Okay. So because of this, we are going to debit expense. Remember, this expense for PPE, which account we use? Depreciation expense, right? So we are going to debit depreciation expense. You are going to credit your PPE, right? Okay. So we are going to credit our PPE because your PPE's value decrease. Okay. So this is our result. That's why we use debit depreciation expense, credit PPE to tell you what? To tell you PPE's value decrease, expenses increase. Why is that? Because you use it. You use your PPE. So they will make you have this kind of result. Okay? So far, any questions? Then for PP value decrease, we want to use new account to replace it. So what's the new account we want to replace it? This one, we use new account, we call it accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation. So we use accumulated depreciation to describe your PP's value decrease. Okay, so that's why here, did you find out? Credit accumulated depreciation. We use it to describe your PP's value decrease. Accumulated depreciation. We use this account to replace your PP's value decrease. So it means your PP's value decrease. Okay? Any questions? So this is the journal entry we use to describe your PP's value decrease. At the same time, your expenses increase. Accumulated depreciation 累积折旧。Okay, any questions? So the journal entry we use is debit depreciation expense, credit accumulated depreciation to describe your PP's value decrease, expenses increase after you use it. Okay? No problem? So for accumulated depreciation, you should understand it means what? It means your PP's value decrease. So we should put it on debit or credit side. Upper this side with your PPE, right? Because it describes PP's value decrease. So put it on upper this side, okay? So upper this side is credit, right? Because PP value decrease is on credit side. So it means your PP's value decrease. Remember, value decrease on credit side, right? So when we have equipment, for example, normal balance should be on debit side, right? So told you, okay, at the end of this year, I have equipment $100, right? So that $100 is what? Is your cost. Cost means what? How much money you spend to buy your equipment. Later on, this whole year, you find out your PP's value decrease. Why is that? Because accumulated depreciation 累积折旧 Okay, if I told you its value accumulated depreciation is $20, so what does it mean? It means after you use it, your PP's value decrease $20. After used, okay? So your PP's value decrease $20. Okay? So at the beginning cost $100. After you use, your PP's value decrease $20. So could you tell me at the end, right now, your PP's value how much? Right now, your PP's value how much? Crystal, how much your PP's value right now? Right now, your PP's value how much? How much? Bell. Your PP's value how much right now? 80, okay? Your PP's value is $80 now. Why? At the beginning, 100. Value decreased 20. So you had the value right now only $80, okay? So here, accumulated depreciation told you your PP's value decreased 20. Okay, so what is the value right now? Only 80, okay? Any questions? So how to get the $80? I want to know my PP's book value. Means my PP's value on accounting books right now. So I want to know my PP's value, book value. So what does that mean, book value? Book value means its value on your accounting book right now. So book value means your PPE's value on accounting books. Okay, so how to find out the $80? Depends on the cost. How much money you spend to buy it? 100, right? Minus what? Accumulated depreciation. Your total value decrease 20. Okay? So at the beginning, I spent $100 to buy my PPE. After I use it, so its total value decreased 20. So could you tell me what is my PP's value today? So your PP's value today is only $80. So this is value now. Okay, any questions? No? Okay, so this is the number we will report on balance sheet to tell them my cost value today, right now, okay? So after what? After you've done all of these kind of things, what kind of things you've done? At the end of each year, you find out your value decrease how much, expenses increase how much. So each year you have to recall the situation. Your value decrease how much each year. After that, then you will get what? You will get the numbers. Okay? So you will get the numbers for each account. Then we will note how much for my PP's book value. Then after that, we are going to report the situation on our balance sheet. So did you find out on the balance sheet, you will tell them for PPE this section, right? So for your PPE this section, we have four major PPE, right? What are these four major PPE? First is what? Buildings. Second is what? Equipment. Third is what? Land, right? Last one is what? Land improvement. Okay? So for each one, you have to tell them after you use it, what is their value right now, right? So for buildings, we will have the cost. What's that? How much money we spend to buy it, right? Then remember, accumulated depreciation make your PPE value decrease. So that's why it's less minus. So we use this account accumulated depreciation to tell them your PP's total value decrease after you use it. Then right now is book value. Okay? So the same for your buildings, for your equipment, still the same. So equipment here is what? Is the cost, right? How much money you spend to buy your equipment. So this is the cost you spend. Then, because you use it, then its total value decrease how much? In the end, today, right now is book value. So book value means is value now. Okay? How about land? Did you find out? Land, we have only one number. Why is that? Because your land, do you need to do depreciation? You don't need to. So that's why for your land, you will find out only one number for your land. Why is that? This one number is the cost. Only one number because you don't need to do depreciation. So no depreciation. Okay? So our purpose is we want to know at the beginning how much. Because you use it, value decrease how much. Then right now is value how much. Okay? So that's our purpose. Any questions? If you don't have any questions, please go to note on page 16. Note on page 16. Here, we assume at the beginning you buy the equipment on the account, so you didn't pay the money. Cost $1,000, okay? And each year, if we assume is depreciation expense $10, okay? I give you the number $10 today, but next week you have to compute the number by yourself. So it means what? Each year when you use it, value decrease $10, okay? So based on this, first, please write down the journal entry for each year, okay? So please, even though here I didn't require you on the note, but right now I want to require you first is find out the journal entry for each year. After find out the journal entry for each year, please prepare the balance two financial statements for each year. So please give me the numbers for each year. Okay? After that, let me check. You can go home. I want journal entry for each year. I and report all the numbers on balance sheet and statement of comprehensive income for each year. Let me check. You can go home.